1958 Gale Bucaneer, 5 horsepower. I'm going to pull the power head and put a new water pump on it. There's 7 bolts under here, flathead screws, machine screws. Ooh, they're pretty loose, real loose. I took them out with my fingers. Looks like one of them's going to be trapped in place by the exhaust cover, so pop that off. This lower unit looks exactly like a 1954 Evinrude Fisherman, except for the color. And this is a 1958. Oops. Okay, the longest one was on the top, next longest was in the middle, and a very short one on the bottom. Got a gasket here. It looks fine. That screw right there. Look how easy that came out. I didn't even have to turn it much at all with any force. There's 3, there's 4. There's one way up in there. Ooh. Oh boy. Well, let's skip that one for a minute. There's one right here. Should be one more over here. Oh, hope this isn't the one that bites us. There we go. got it to turn with that one, but I can't turn the screwdriver in enough room, so back to this one. There we go. Nothing to it. I've been doing these power head removals for 3 days already. I ain't scared. Besides, I got my lifeline, Arthur Simler in Wichita, Kansas. Okay. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. And then we had this one goes in the top of the exhaust cover. This one goes in the middle. The shortest one goes on the bottom. It kind of figures because long, medium, short. Simple. Not a problem. Okay, I've already taken the gas line off. I didn't put any clamps on it because I knew I was going to be doing this. I had the shift tower, or not the shift tower, the spark advance lever. I had the clamp off, but I didn't take the side clamp off. I'll be trying to figure that out for a minute, huh? So right now we're up to 10 bolts. 11. The longest one goes into the exhaust cover. And then one more is 12. Oop. So yeah, you take the spark advance throttle lever off and you're going to have this and that. Now it should pop right off. I better tighten it up on the operating table. Bay's calming right down. I gotta get this done so I can go out and test her out before dark. There we go. One power head removed. Oh. Did you see that washer? Or that, it's not a washer, it's the last one I did was a cork gasket. Oh, it's still there. Right there. Ooh, this one's rubber. This one is different. I did what was that one we did the other day? 57 Evinrude. The replacement I got from the marina in town, it was an OEM. It was an actual Johnson Evinrude part. And it was made out of cork. This one's rubber. This motor's 1 year newer. Pretty carboned up, but that's all you got to do. It's off. Nine minutes, 22 seconds. Well, who's counting? Anyway, now we got this. I'll take this off. There's a O-ring in there. Want to replace that. I'm going to put this down here in the parts bin. Then you got a spring. And then there's a cup down in there that all sits on. And it sits on a roll pin. There's my needle nose. Let's take a walk over here and grab them. This is American Legend Vintage Outboards waiting room. It's a beautiful waiting room. I mean, you can't beat the view. Mom's over there, look, checking on her flowers. Okay. Here it comes. Okay. Now we lift this up. I'm going to take 4 7/16. We got to come on in here and grab a wrench. Here we go. All right, now let's hope that these come out easy. There's one loose. And there's 2. This is going pretty textbook so far. Until I figure out how to splice my videos, we're gonna have to do all these 2 parts. There's my white lithium grease cap. Been looking for that. Okay, take these out. I was looking at this last night and I saw something. I hope it's not broke. But right around in here, yeah, there's a rag. I don't know if that goes all the way through or what the story is, but can you see that right there? There's something going on. When I get that pulled out of there, I'll look. I've got 2 other ones I could use for parts, but I'm hoping to get 3 runners out of the, or excuse me, 2 runners out of the 3. Well, this is going so good. The last thing we got to hope for is that the water tube stays up inside when we pull this down. Okay, 4 bolts. 2 on this side. Oh, there's one I forgot. You're going to want to make sure you got that gasket handy. I'll get the part number for you in a minute. This process is going to be the same for your 5.5 Johnsons and Evinrudes and your 7.5s. Okay, pull her down. Oh, I got getting too excited. I got to take those 2 off. I told you I've been doing this a long time. This is my second one. 3/8. Oh, my battery's warning light's coming on. Now you're going to have 1 nut, a star washer, and another nut. If anybody tells you you can change the water pump in a 5.5 to 7.5 Johnson and Evinrude from the 50s, I don't know how they're doing it. Because you can't get this nut off without taking the power head off. You get those 2 items. And then you got 1 more, and you can't really get on it real straight, so be careful you don't want to strip it. That's a bugger to get. I suppose there we go. I hope the battery don't go dead till I get this pulled off. This motor's been used a little bit. There's lots of carbon in there. I hope this gasket comes off cleaner, easier than the other one. I had to do a lot of cleaning and scraping and monkeying around. There you go. So what are we up to on a fastener count? 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. And then we had the Spark Advance. 16, 17, 18, 19. 19 fasteners. Alright, let's pull her down before the battery goes dead. Uh-oh. Am I forgetting something? I'm gonna have to set this down. I do have a Ryobi power source. I can plug it in real quick. Alright, let's see why it's not coming. It's coming loose, but I'm not sure why it's so hard. There's something about this one I don't know. I'll screw that nut on there and tap it real light. Put the nut on it so I don't screw up the threads. I don't know. I gotta grab a little tack hammer. I can't see anything else that I've missed. Very small hammer. I don't know what I'm missing. Unless it's just corroded or something, I don't know. Not wanting to let loose from the shift connector. There's something just a little bit different from the other years. I don't know. Try some PB Blaster on it. Go grab it. Very strange. Oh, that one. There's got to be something else on this motor that's a little bit different than the 57 Evinrude. It looks exactly the same inside though. But the shift rod is not coming out of the plant. Battery's about dead in the flashlight. Well, I can do one more thing. There's a cotter key. Hate to take something off I don't have to. We're still rolling. If the video stops abruptly, that's because my battery went dead or the SD card is full again. I'm gonna have to put this back in, but it's the only way I can see to get it off. I don't know what's going on. Problem is I gotta push it down. I can't get my fingers under it to grab it. That's for the shift handle. It's coming. I just can't imagine you gotta pull that handle just to get that, but that's the way it looks. There's a washer that I want to grab before it falls down in the exhaust. Got it. It goes inside. There's a little spring there. Let's see if it comes off now. Ah. Well, I got it that much farther. It's all getting hung up in there though. Go back up with it. I just can't figure out why they would change something that this doesn't make sense. I'm sure it did to them, but gotta get that cotter key out of there. Just when you think you got it all figured out. Cotter pin key is facing down. It's the opposite way of easy. I gotta get a pick. I wonder if that is threaded on there. It just, the other one, the 57 Evinrude, it just slid right out once I took the nut off. They say the batteries are dead on the flashlight, pretty much. That's going to be a trick to get that back together. Find out if it can go on with before I put it back up in there. Just got to remember which way this goes. Now let's see if it comes down. No, I took that off for nothing. There's There's another part in there that's not letting it go through. I just don't understand why that shift connector, it must be just corroded on there because it's not coming off. We'll put one bolt back in here so this ain't hanging. Putting a bind on everything. Oh, grab the wrong one. The connector's moving, but it's not coming off. It's rotating back and forth, which tells me it's threaded on there, which is just awesome. But then you got to make sure you get it back where it was threaded so it shifts properly. Maybe that's what they did, was made it adjustable. Hard on the fingers. Oh boy, that is hard on the fingers. Wasn't threaded on, it was just stuck like a bitch. Now I gotta put that shift hole back together. Damn it. That's it. Alright, I'll get back to you with another video. I went from 9 minutes to 33 minutes real quick. Thanks for watching.